Welcome, Badass Manifester. I am so glad you are here. I'm your host and head coach, Ashley Gordon, master mindset and manifestation biz expert, founder of the quantum coaching certification, and multiple six-figure entrepreneur obsessed with empowering you to create quantum leaps in your energy, your life, and your business. This is the show to help you make magic your everyday normal, where the ripple effect is real and the guest experts are world class. My mission is to power your conscious and subconscious mind with manifestation teachings, business tools, and coaching techniques to put your potential into action. Consider this your weekly up level. Are you ready for quantum transformation? Let's do this. Welcome back, Badass Manifestors. I am so excited to be home. Today, I am going to be recapping what it was like to be away for 3 days at Lewis Howes' event. And I'm going to be sharing the key themes of the event. And really, I want to call them the 3 keys to collapsing time and really igniting and living your most aligned, authentic, purposeful life. I'm so rejuvenated, energized, integrating all the goodness. I was just away for 3 nights from my baby to go to Lewis Howes' event, Summit of Greatness. If you don't know who Lewis Howes is, he's a pretty well-known public figure. He interviews so many spiritual leaders in the personal development space. He has a show called School of Greatness and an event called Summit of Greatness. And he brought in some of the most amazing speakers. There was Inky Johnson and this woman, Vanessa, who wrote this amazing book that I can't think of her last name right now. And there was Jen Sincero. Jen Sincero, let me tell you, She wrote the books You Are a Badass and You Are a Badass at Making Money and You Are a Badass Every Day. Oh my, I was fangirling so hard. Seriously, she has been such a huge part of my journey into becoming a life coach, because her book is really about her hiring a coach and then living her life and like becoming a coach. And it's just so inspiring, her story. And the way that she speaks is hilarious. Like, she speaks the way she writes, and she's just so witty and so funny. I was cracking up the whole time, but also so fucking inspired. It was so, so powerful. So I'm all about going to the events. I'm all about putting yourself out there and like getting in the room with powerful people, getting in the room with people that inspire you, taking time away from your life and your business to really re-energize yourself, to like align with what you're calling in and what's next. And like the major themes of the conference were: 1, what are your gifts? 2, taking the leap before you're ready. And 3, falling in love with your life. And so we had to, reflect and say, what are my gifts? And just a fun little side note, one of my gifts that I didn't know was my gift is I am really, really good at rock, paper, scissors, shoot. He did a social experiment with the entire room. There was over 1,000 people there, where you had to play rock, paper, scissors, shoot with someone, and whoever lost sat down and was cheering on everybody else, and whoever won found someone else that won, until it was down to just 2 people. And I was on the upper level and I almost beat everyone out. And then this guy like played mind games with me and he wasn't playing it right. And I wanted to like freak out, even though it was just a silly game. But you go rock, paper, scissors, then you shoot. And he was doing it on the 3rd try. He was just like messing with me. Anyway, I won't blame him. I didn't win. I didn't get further than I wanted to. Anywho, I realized that rock, paper, scissors, shoot is actually like, I can use my psychic abilities to know like what they're going to do. So that's what made me good at it. Very interesting little gift. But initially, when we think about what are our gifts, when I ask you right now, what are our gifts? What's the first thing that comes to your mind? And mind you, I'm being asked this question and I'm sitting between 2 people and I'm supposed to share with them what my gifts are. And what comes up for me when I'm asked that question is, I don't want to like boast about my gifts. Who am I to boast about my gifts? What are they going to think if I tell them what I think my gifts are? Are they going to judge me for my gifts? Are they going to whatever? All those thoughts were coming up in my head, and I went last. And I find that I do that. I go last a lot of times because I want to see what everyone else is going to say and how safe it is for me to really share what my gifts are and to feel comfortable with that. Even at the mastermind event that I attended in June, the mastermind I'm in is called CEO Mama. Everyone in the room went for their 15 minutes. I went last. Their 15 minutes of like hot seat. So it's just interesting, and I'm making a note of it because I don't want to put myself in that position where I go last and then sometimes I'm skipped over because I put myself in that position. So it's a learning for me to jump in before I think I'm ready. Even if it's not going to come out perfectly, I can get the support that I need or share what I need to share without feeling like I have to go last. And I kind of got this total reframe going on of like, wow, this question, what are our gifts? I mean, what if everybody fully owned what their gifts are every single day to the point where it's almost like our currency, where if you need something, I'm like, okay, this is my gift. I can help you. And we can all just use our gifts to help each other. And if everyone like wore their gifts like on their shirts, right? And they're like, my gift is, helping you find your purpose, or my gift is, helping you through a challenge, or my gift is, helping you see things a different way, or whatever you believe your greatest gift to be. We could exchange and be there for each other in the way that really lines up with our gifts. It's like, instead of love language, it's like a gift language, where it's like you use your gifts to help me move through what I need to, and vice versa. But then I realized that that's kind of what the coaching industry is. The personal development space is that. It's people owning their gifts and people being attracted to the people that are owning their gifts because they have that medicine that person needs. I know I just said people a lot, but hopefully you got that. It's like if you listen to this podcast, I have a gift that you need to hear, and I have a code for you that you need to hear to help you unlock. I just sneezed. To help you unlock what you need to within yourself. And then hopefully my gift can help you open your gifts so that you can then be that light and that key to unlock something for someone else. And that's how the ripple effect is made. And that's how this world is going to heal faster. And that's how I want to raise my child. I want to raise my child to know what his gifts are from a young age. I want to tell him. I want him to discover that for himself. I want him to see his light and feel comfortable shining it so that we can really collapse the time between where we are to where we want to be. And I really am starting to see that collapsing of the time from where we are to where we want to be has so much to do with how expressed we feel and who we really are. And that was one of the things that I really got from this conference, was seeing these speakers speak and talking to so many people there, and really understanding that like the more authentic we can truly be within ourselves, the more impact we have. Influence really does come from authenticity. And I see online the people that are making the most impact and the most money, they are so embodied in their authentic truth. And any time that you think you're embodied in your authentic truth, just know that there's even deeper levels and layers, right? Like I had an urge a little bit ago on this podcast to pause the recording and take something out that I said. And I'm like, no, that's my authentic expression. And not everybody is going to jive with it. Not everybody's going to like it. Not everybody's going to need it. And for some people, it's going to be the key that unlocks their freaking soul expression. And that's what we have to get really flat with, is like, we're not for everybody, and that's okay. So yeah, if you're in that place where you're like, I don't really know what my gifts are, I want you to get really, really specific and write them down. Like, take 10 minutes and just journal just with yourself. Admit it to yourself. If you can't say it out loud to someone else, admit it to yourself. And there's an exercise that we do inside of the Quantum Coaching Academy where I give our students a homework assignment where they have to ask 3 people what they believe their gift is to the world. So they have to reach out to 3 people in their life and ask them to share with them what their gifts are, what they think they can accomplish in this life, what they wish they knew about themselves. And I encourage you to do this exercise. It is so powerful hearing that from others. And some of our students have written in the Facebook group saying like it's hard for them to even accept this because they don't see that in themselves yet. And the parallel process of that is like, yes, they're learning how to coach and take others through powerful transformation and help others see their gifts and express their gifts and embody their truth. And they're doing that work on themselves as we speak. And so if you're someone who wants to be in this space, if you're someone who wants to help others transform their lives, you got to be in this inquiry with yourself. The more you know what your gifts are, the more that energy emanates out into the world and attracts people to you. The second theme is about taking the leap before you're ready. This concept is what actually collapses time. This concept is what actually compounds success. Every single time you make a move before you're ready, every single time you push the boundaries and the edges of your comfort zone, which I've heard over and over again, and I do it over and over again. This is a concept that I live by, and I do think that is what has catapulted my success and like really collapsed so many timelines. Is every single time that you do something like that, the universe meets you halfway. And the universe says, I see you, baby, shaking that ass. And it literally will meet you halfway and deliver the exact thing that you need in that exact moment. And it's wildly uncomfortable. And I get that and I acknowledge that, but I just want you to know the power of pushing through that feeling. So a quick story for me when I've done this, like when I made the investment to join the CEO Mama Mastermind, it was the biggest investment I had ever made in my personal growth, right? One of the biggest investments to date. And I remember sitting in the bathtub meditating, thinking to myself, it's time to join a container that's going to expand me, expand the business, expand the purpose, and help me. And I was getting out of the tub thinking, okay, I'm going to find the container. And that's when the next day, Catherine messaged me, my friend Catherine, Manifestation Babe, a lot of you know who she is. She messaged me and she's like, do you want to do this with me? And in the tub, what I heard was, don't worry about the money. The money will take care of itself. Like you'll make that money back tenfold. And so I was like, hell yes. I learned about it. It was like the most aligned container for me. And I was like, let's do this. And I pushed the boundary for myself. I pushed the level of comfort in so many ways because yes, it was financial. Yes, it's a time commitment. Yes, there's retreats where I'll be leaving my family for a few days over the year, a few different times. And that was scary to me too at the time because I had a very young baby at the time when I was making this decision. So I was really making the decision for my future self. And let me tell you, that investment has already come back to me. So much has opened up from joining this container. So much in my life is changing. So much in the business is expanding. There's so much happening. And it's all because I pushed that boundary and I said yes to something that scared the shit out of me, but I knew was going to pay off in the long run. And we don't know what the ROI is going to be, but we know we're going to have an ROI, right? You have to know every investment you make, every time you push your comfort zone, every time you say yes to speaking on this stage or say yes to an opportunity that feels uncomfortable, or ask someone for an opportunity, you're pushing the edges of your comfort zone and the universe is going to support that. And when you're not, it feels like the growth is like a freaking snail's pace, doesn't it? Because when we're not pushing that, and I don't mean pushing, but it's just like it's edging. It's finding that edge and taking the leap. And I am committed to every single day. This is the commitment I made to myself, and join me if you want. Every single day, I'm going to make a small decision that pushes that edge of the comfort zone, right? Every single day. Like today, I reached out to someone that I really admire and I asked them to be on my podcast. And that felt scary. It felt like, oh my gosh, I'm putting myself out there. I'm pushing myself to that edge just in that one small ask. And no matter what happens, right? Like even if it doesn't come to fruition, the universe is still going to reward me in other ways for making that ask, for pushing that boundary, for pushing that line. So that is all about making the moves before you're ready. And then the third thing, just to wrap this up, is falling in love with your life, not waiting to make the move, not waiting to take the trip, not waiting to go to the event, not waiting to get certified as a coach, not waiting to fully invest and go all in. There's never going to be a better time than now. And we think that it's going to be in the future, and we push things off thinking like, oh, there'll be better conditions in a bit. But really the conditions, they always are changing. I always thought like, when is it going to slow down? Life doesn't get less busy or less full. It doesn't. We have to make the space for the things that we want to create and fall in love with our life right now. Not wishing it was different or wishing or waiting until that thing happens or that thing happens. No, it's about falling in love with your life now. And I got to tell you, I love life. I love life so much, and I celebrate that feeling, and I rejoice in that, and every moment is so full. And when I'm holding my child, it is so full. And when I'm walking outside and I'm putting my face in the sun, I'm feeling so full. And when I'm recording my podcasts and in love with my husband and making him breakfast in the morning so he has a good day, and just in love with our relationship and our communication, and feeling grateful for everything, and in love with you, talking to you right now. It feels so full. And in a half an hour, I'm going to lead a guest expert training on how to be a powerful coach. And I feel so full and so fulfilled and so in love with this work and this life and this purpose. And that feeling compounds, and that feeling gives you more things to love about your life. And you start to attract more and more reasons to love your life, and more ways to fall in love with your life, and more ways to appreciate the life that you have right now. And they showed us this video on YouTube. It's like really intense. It's called 85. Just type in 85 poem and it'll pop up. It looks like a cartoon. It's really powerful. And it's all about not waiting till you're 85 to enjoy your life. And it's just, it might make you cry in a good way, and it gives you really powerful perspective. And it will help you if you're feeling like you're in a place where there's, this just lackluster energy, or you're not feeling in love with everything around you, or you're feeling a little dulled out right now and your light's not shining super bright. Hopefully this episode ignites that feeling for you, because I promise you, if you turn this off and you just rant to yourself all the reasons you're grateful, you'll start to fall more in love with your life. And it's our responsibility to love our life. It's nobody else's. It's our responsibility to take control of how we want to feel in our life. And it's so powerful. And it's so potent. And it's magical. And it will open up this portal of love energy flowing to you. And it's the most creative, profound, beautiful energy. And so that was like some of the biggest takeaways that I had. And I really, really, really am so glad that I went to this event. I'm so grateful to my friend who brought me along. And at the end, Lewis Howes proposed to his girlfriend, which was super cool. It was super awesome to be there for that moment of love, right? And just like, it really kind of locked in the whole theme of the event. So it was really such a beautiful experience. And I am just sending you all so much love right now. So to wrap it up, the key takeaways for today are, number one, really understanding your gifts. Write them down, say them out loud, tell someone or ask someone what they believe your gifts are. Really opening your gifts is so powerful. Number 2, making moves before you're ready. And number 3, falling in love with your life, being in love with all that is. And on that note, it's finally that time of year, and it's called savings season. If you have not heard of savings season, welcome to the party. We have savings season twice a year for QCA. Savings season will be open for 2 weeks. You will be able to put your name on the wait list for the Quantum Coaching Academy. You will have the opportunity to apply early and save up to $1,500 on your tuition. That's correct. If you pay in full, you take $1,500 off of the tuition. If you pay by payment plan, you take $1,000 off of the tuition. Okay? So this time of year only happens very, very minimally. 2 weeks right now, September 18th until October 1st. That's it. That's it. This is the time to jump in for the next live cohort, which starts January 15th. So when you enroll in QCA now early, you get a bonus of a business mastermind. So every month you can start working on your business. In the portal, you will start all of your pre-study work. We will mail you your manual and you will get to work on the content inside the portal. There is hours of content to start to learn the tools and the processes to help your clients have a powerful release in their life and their body and their energy, and then help them rewire their subconscious mind to receive something brand new for them. There is so much in store waiting for you inside of the portal, tools that will help you right now become a more confident, competent, powerful coach to help your clients have the most amazing transformation. And if you are brand new, if you're someone who is like, I have 0 coaching experience, I have 0 coaching business, I haven't even started yet, we will help you get in the game. We will help you learn the tools, because I remember being that place feeling like I just want to have the tools to change people's lives. Like, I know that I'm here to help people change their lives, and I have this massive desire to do that, and I have this massive energy around it, but I felt scared because I didn't have the tools and the skills to do that. And what I know for sure is that as soon as I got certified, I started signing clients left and right because I felt so confident and people were naturally attracted to that. Like, I knew I could help them. And again, it felt scary. It felt like I was pushing a boundary. It felt like I was pushing my comfort zone, but I was so uncomfortable in the life I was living. It was so out of alignment with my truth and my purpose that I had to make a move. And if that feels like you're in that place right now, I want to invite you to just join the savings list. Join the savings list. You can apply early. We'll get on a call with you as a team and see if it's the right fit for you. It is like the most low pressure environment. We really do coach you to help you make the best decision for yourself to explore this as an option for your life. Because that's a big deal, right? Like, this is a big deal. You're making moves, you're pushing the boundaries, you're taking leaps before you're ready, you're falling in love with your life all over again. And we're going to make sure to help guide you in the right direction. That is our goal. That is our only goal. So right now, just scroll up on the podcast. The link is at the top. Hit the link. Join the savings list. Put your email in there. You'll get an email right away that will prompt you to apply early to get in on this savings period. We are so excited. We can't wait to support you. Can't wait to talk to you. And if you have any questions about it, you can always just DM me savings list, and I will get you on the list and answer any questions you have. Okay? All right. That's all for now. Keep crushing life, badass manifester. Woo! We did some work today. Thank you so much for listening. You know I love my BAM fam. If this episode resonated with you, please share it with someone who you know would love it too, because we live for the ripple effect over here. And how can you best support the show? Make sure you're subscribed, hit the 5 stars, and leave a review on iTunes, and let me know how the podcast has impacted you. I love being part of your real-time journey, so screenshot the episode and tag me and my guests on Instagram at Manifest with Ash. Now say it with me. I am my own power source. I am the master of my own energy, and I deserve everything that I desire. We don't just talk about it over here, we be about it. Now go get 'em.